whichever name you call it as long as we promote our culture and keep our intercultural in an integrated manner, I think that's more than enough. That's what we believe in.
Sir, sir.
I'll come back, sir. I'll come back. Sir? Say again, we do agree. What did you say? Second step-brother treatment is there, without doubt, yeah. Always the movement should be at the grassroots level first. Then as it increases, then we can take it to the parliamentary level. If you don't have a consensus here itself, if you don't speak on the same platform, if you don't speak the same line and length, how are we going to communicate later to the parliament? But, yeah. No. It's for me. It is about South India should have a bigger say. South India should have quite a prominence. So it is not about few North Indian Uttar Pradesh parliamentarians should go for it. They have a bigger say. They have a greater call for the segregation of the state. South, for example, AP segregation, AP bifurcation. So we never had a say. It is about the North Indian political class which had divided, and people were begging and people were demanding for their attention, which they could not get it. And at this juncture, imagine the same scenario happens. For tomorrow, some issue for Tamil Nadu happens. If one Tamil Nadu, mere Tamil Nadu state is creating a forward, instead of that, supporting, you might need a solidarity of Andhra Pradesh, you might need a solidarity of Telangana, you might need a solidarity of Karnataka. So in that sense, I'm saying it is slowly. Today we are putting a seed here, and one day it will become a sapling. It will become plant. One day it will bear its fruit. It is more for to guard the interests of people, nothing else. There is nothing. We are not anti-nation, or it's not something. It's about guarding the interests, and we've been neglected. We've been humiliated, and somewhere we want to tell them. We want to shout loud to the nation that don't ignore us. Look at us. Understand our pain. Don't look at mere our leaders. Mere handling a handful of MPs, you cannot control South India. You cannot understand South India. You understand the people, like the way Gandhiji had travelled. Like the way everyone, all the nationalists had travelled. You have to understand South India. That's what my appeal from this stages.
Sir, second question on that.
I'll take 3-4 questions and I'll answer, yeah.
Sir, you told that...
Let me say. They say definitely when there is a corruption, rampant corruption, how could you keep quiet? You have to make sure that they will be sent behind bars. And you cannot ignore it. And when I'm saying it's a figurative speech, it's a figurative speech. And it is when situation comes, but definitely you have to be that harsh when a situation.
So you continuously saying
Telangana. See, Telangana is quite a sensitive issue. With a decade fight, TRS had formed the government. And everyone rallied behind them. So that mandate has to be respected in 2014. And even today, I'm not pro of any party. What is the best call I can take to safeguard the interests of Telangana youth and Andhra people who settle there? So whatever my call should be, it should be able to give them a better comfort, better confidence to be there, not to make them vulnerable. ఆ వల్నరబిలిటీ లేని పరిస్థితులు ఎలా చేద్దాం అనే దాని మీద ఉంది అంతే. దట్స్ రీజన్ వై ఐ కెప్ట్ మై సెల్ఫ్ అవే.
So you were continuous.
నాకు ఇది ఇప్పుడు దాకా నేను చెప్పాను కదా, నేను కంటెస్ట్ చేయట్లేదు. సో ఇన్ విచ్ వై ఐమ్ గోయింగ్ టు సపోర్ట్, దట్స్ వాట్ ఇస్. అంటే వాళ్ళందరూ వచ్చి నన్ను అడుగుతుంటారు అప్పుడప్పుడు వచ్చి. ఈవెన్ హైదరాబాద్లో కూడా వచ్చి అడుగుతూ ఉంటాను, విజయవాడలో కూడా వచ్చి అడుగుతూ ఉంటాను. ఐ సెడ్ I told them to leave it to your conscience, but they said you tell us. So that's where the situation is as on today. ఖచ్చితంగా చేయాల్సిన బాధ్యత ఉంది కానీ, బట్ తెలంగాణ ఈజ్ ఎ యునిక్ సిచ్యువేషన్. నేను చెప్పింది అది రప్చర్ కాకుండా ఉండాలి, అందువల్ల కొంచెం నేను ఆచితూచి అడుగులేస్తాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Sir, you were continuously saying that the center has a stepsister concern towards the southern states. So do you think that the leaders of the recent times lost their hold to take a stake on the southern states? They have lost their... You have been continuously telling that the center has stepsister concern towards the southern states. To change that attitude, the leaders of the recent times failed to take a hold on the southern states. So because we have lots of MPs in the southern states, but the center continuously neglecting the south means it's...
I feel
the leaders failed.
I understood. I feel South should have more moral leadership. They could not. For example, Mr. Y.S. Jagan is there. Why he could not fight for a special category status is normally the moment he raises his voice, maybe they'll put his case sheet. Maybe they might show his case sheet. So he will keep quiet. So what we need in South India is you need a greater moral leadership like. Anadrai, Rajaji, someone who is not scared of anyone, apart from the thought they believe in, apart from the ideology they believe in. You should fight for the fundamental rights of people. So you should not be scared of anything. As long as the business interested people go into parliament, that would be definitely create a situation. It's very easy to maneuver them, or it is very easy to scare them. So I think we have to avoid that part.
So shall I take it in this way? The leaders of the southern are not that moral enough.
I'm sorry?
The leaders of the south are not that moral enough.
No, you have to take a more moral high ground. I'm not saying that not moral enough. I'm saying you have to take a lot more moral high ground than what it is.
Sir, it's very good that you are a leader with a national vision. As a leader of a political party, what do you think is the major challenge in the 2019 election?
So major challenge is going to be to sustain. Are you talking about as a party, as an individual, or are you talking about as the head of the party, or what do you want?
Leader of a party and also one who has a national vision.
To keep up to make sure people align with the thought what we have, and to create the trust in us, and at the same time to make sure that we stay online without getting deviated from our thought, no matter what. Whatever hurdles we go through, whatever tough times we go through, we would like to maintain that clear-cut stand would be the toughest choice.
2019 election.
Yeah, 2019 LM. That's what I'm saying. That's what my answer is. What do you want? I mean, you expect me? You have one more answer in your mind, sir.
Yours will be the alternative. You will be part of an alternative.
You're talking about the state?
Yeah, 2019.
2019, I'm projecting myself as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, sir. And if I become Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, I'll make sure that South India will play a dominant role in Indian politics, sir. We will make sure we will safeguard the interests of South Indian and Dravid interests, sir. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind, sir.